Hello, everyone. This is the Disney dude again. Sorry about a little earlier. Little Mermaid just came back up, so I did ride that. Um, anyway, to get back to what I was saying, you know, it's you know, and somebody got into an argument with me to you know somebody got into an argument with me and was like, well, you're just said, you're just complaining, and you know you know you work for Disney, so blah blah blah. And I said, I don't work for Disney. I I do not work. uh, I want to make that clear. I do not work for the Walt Disney Company. Okay, I am I enjoy the parks. I come all the time because I'm a insane person, but I blog about the parks. So I, that's what I do. But I do not work for the Walt Disney Company. I don't do that, which is why I can say I can criticize them as much as I want, because I'm not. I don't work for the Walt Disney Company, nor do I work for Universal. So when Disney screws up stuff, I let them know. When Universal screws up, I let them know. And when Disney does something right, I'll let them know. When Universal does something right, I will let them know. But for people to come in the comments and just berate me for because this is my opinion. My opinion is I cannot spend over $200 for Express Pass at Universal. I just can't. And do I like paying for fast passes at Disney? No. But I will tell you that their option is so much more affordable than Universal. Now, yes, Universal, you're guaranteed to go on every single ride. And Disney has that too. They have their Premier Pass Lightning Lane, which I don't need. I don't need, again, I don't usually buy Lightning Lane. The reason why I bought Lightning Lane was because I knew that Magic Kingdom was going to be busy today. So that's the only reason why. But for people to berate me and tell me rude things, I don't. I'm sorry that you think that, but I'm just stating my opinion. And I have to hold Universal at the same standard as Disney. If everybody says that they're on the same quality, then I have to hold Universal at the same level of quality. So that's just the way I feel. So it's my opinion. Now vacationers, they're probably not going to bat an eyelash at it. They'll just pay it and move on. But for us that come to the parks all the time, it's not really needed. Now, it is nice that Universal gives us free fast passes after 4 pass, which is what I have. So it's nice. It's nice to do all the rides that I want after 4 for free, because I don't have to pay for it. Before that, I get on rides, and I do the standby line, same as everybody else, until 4 o'clock, and then I can get my fast passes. So it's but it's I just think that it's just that universe that the fast passes that they charge is just outrageous. It's just ridiculous. So I think that it's just stupid. Sorry, I stopped. Mary Poppins and Bert were walking by, so I had to stop. Um, but yeah, I think that it's outrageous for them to charge that much money. Now, with with there's a difference between Disney's Lightning Lane or Fast Passes, if you want to call it, which I think everybody calls it that anyway. You know, so let's just say, for the sake of the argument, you know, you know, that Disney's Fast Pass system, you know, is different than Universal because you have to pick a time and and you're only guaranteed, to ride 3 or 4 rides with it. That's than what Universal's is, which is, you buy it and then you're guaranteed to ride every single ride in the park. Now, that's the same thing with the Premier. You buy it and you're guaranteed to ride every single ride in the park for a crazy amount of money. And I don't agree with that option either. It's not just Universal that I don't agree with, it's Disney as well. Magic Kingdom's Premier Pass is $400. Why in the hell am I going to pay $400 for every single ride in the park? That's just stupid. That is just idiotic. So, I when I buy the Lightning Lanes, when I buy the Lightning Lane for Magic Kingdom on the rare chance that I use it, I buy the cheaper option. Now, am I going to get every single ride that I want? No, but I'm an annual pass holder, so I can come back and ride it again. With Epic Universe not having over over $100 just for a ticket is hard enough as it is, and then trying, and then saying, okay, now we're going to squeeze $200 more out of you so you can skip the lines. It's like, no, that's stupid. Why would I do that? That's just idiotic. So, I'm sorry that people are arguing with me about it, but it's just my opinion. Don't really see the temptation to pay $200 for fast passes. That's absolutely outrageous. And the same goes for Disney. Is I would not pay $400 for their Premier Pass service. That's just not that's not happening. So, again, I'm sure people, other, vacationers, they they're not going to bat an eyelash at it, and that's fine. That's fine because the system was built for them. Okay, but I'm just merely stating my opinion. Okay, and if you don't like my opinion, I'm sorry. I am really sorry that you feel that way, but that's just the way it is. Okay, so it's but 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 I mean it is what it is, and do I wish that we have to pay for fast passes here at Disney? No. I think that they could do something like what Universal does. After a certain time, you get free fast passes for any ride in the park that you're at. think that would be a much better option. I don't know, but you know, I mean, again, it is what it is. But you know, but there you are. But you have to let me know how you feel. I'm sure people are going to come in the comments and they're going to berate me and everything. But I'm sorry. That's just the way it is. That's the way I feel, and that, you know, that's my opinion. That's one of the great things, you know, that I can have an opinion. But don't come in the comments and be like, you're wrong and that's stupid and blah 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 blah, because that ain't happening. All right, it's just, that's, you know, I'm just merely stating my opinion. So, but I hope you guys enjoyed this video of me ranting and raving about people in the lightning lanes and everything. If you like this video, please hit that like button. Please subscribe to my channel for more content. Just to remind everybody that this video will be on my Blogging with the Disney Dude YouTube channel. It will not be on my news channel. It will not be on my ride channel. This is going to be on my blogging channel only. So I thank you guys very much for watching this video. You guys have a great rest of your day. I'm gonna walk around and enjoy the rest of my time here at the Magic Kingdom. And y'all keep each other safe and healthy. And we will see you real soon.